Hello and welcome. I'm Megan with In Motion Yoga, and this is Lunch Break Yoga, another practice designed to help you fit yoga into your busy day. Today we have a short Vinyasa style sequence to mobilize the spine, release stiffness, and help you connect back to your body. You don't need any special equipment, so let's get started by taking a comfortable seat. Invite in a steady breath as you arrive here with intention. Feel welcome to close your eyes if that would serve you. Take your hands onto your knees, lengthen your arms as you invite the spine to grow taller, root through the sit bones. Let's take a few more gentle breaths right here. Try to find an easy, steady breath. And when you're ready, we'll start to gently move. Keeping the hands on the knees, we'll start to create some circles with the entire upper body, ideally pairing this with the breath. So maybe it's an exhale as you circle forward, and then a big inhale as you round back. Let it be as big or as small as you need it to be. And just take this opportunity to feel into your body. Start noticing where there's sensation, where there's tension, where there's stiffness. And maybe that circle continues moving in one direction, or maybe you start to rotate, alternating, moving clockwise and then counterclockwise. So let it be your practice. Let it be one of exploration. Option to invite in a really rounded spine as you sink back, and then a nice open heart as you come forward, almost like a cat-cow. Rolling back, drawing the heart forward, pairing movement with breath always. Last one or two breaths where you are. And let's take our hands in front of us, step the knees back as you come into a tabletop position. And then from your tabletop, start to push into the palms, tuck the toes. Brace the abs, broaden the collarbones. Find a little bit of engagement here in your low abs. Nice long spine. Maintaining all of that engagement and that length. Start to lift up off of the knees. Send the sit bones high as you come into downward facing dog. Option to keep a slight bend in the knees. Option to take just a few petals of the feet. And then with your own breath in, start to walk forward, coming to the top of the mat, feet between hands. Exhale to a fold. Inhale to lift up in a flat back, same long spine you had in table. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, root through the feet, soften the knees. Engage the glutes to pull you all the way up to stand. Extended mountain, nice, strong, tall posture. And then take your right wrist into your left hand as you start to reach the left, inviting a little bit of new space into the right side body. Exhale fully. Inhale back through center. Exhale, right hand to left wrist, reach over to the right. See if you can breathe into the new space in the left side of the ribs. One more breath. Exhale fully. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, take a bow forward. Breathe into your flat back. Once again, long spine. Exhale, fold, release. Plant the hands firmly. Step to the back of your mat as you come into a plank pose. Option for toes, option to take knees. Wherever you are, allow the spine to be nice and long. Big breath in at the top as you push the mat away. On your exhalation, bend into the elbows. Send the elbows straight out behind you as you hug the shoulders in. Let's lower down to about 90 degrees with the elbows. Land the knees, land the low ribs. Inhale, lift the chin, shoulders, chest. Coming into a version of Cobra. Try to practice drawing your shoulders up, using the strength of the back of your body rather than using the strength in your hands. Maybe the hands even float up or become a little lighter. If it would serve you, option then to push into the palms, come to tops of feet, invite a little bit more flexibility over strength as you come to upward facing dog. When you're ready, tuck the toes, lift the hips high, proceed back to downward facing dog. Pause for 2 breaths. Steady in, steady out. Pull the sit bones up towards the sky, nice long spine. Start to bend the knees, maintaining the length in the spine. Start to glide forward so the knees come to hover, shoulders come over top of wrists. And then gently allow the knees to come to the mat. Sink the hips back towards the heels. Walk the hands in front of you. Child's pose. Pause for 2 breaths here. Continue drawing hips towards heels. And then if it would serve you, take 2 more breaths with your arms extended behind you. So allow yourself to come to your forehead or to a cheek. Extend the arms back and allow the shoulders to kind of drape forward over the body. Hips still drawing back towards the heels. On your next breath, bring the hands back underneath of the shoulders. Press up into a tabletop. So we have a long spine once again. Shoulders over top of wrists, hips over top of knees. Draw a big breath in as you scoop the belly down. Turn the tailbone up, gently lift the eyes to look forward. And then with an exhale, reverse that motion, round the spine, arc the back, drawing up like a scared cat as you push the palms into the floor. For 4 or 5 breaths, we'll repeat that. Inhaling to scoop the belly down. Exhaling to round the spine up. Take a moment to let the breath anchor you back into the body. Can you use the breath to become present here in this moment? Can you feel into each sensation with each small movement? Can you feel each vertebrae of the spine as you change positions? Maybe you notice here what you feel elsewhere in the body. Are there any other areas where we feel sensation? Last breath. Slowly start to come back to a neutral spine. As you come to neutral, focus on extending the crown of the head forward, letting the spine be nice and long out through the tip of your tailbone. Notice if the tailbone can be neutral, so we're no longer pointing up like we did in our cat or our cow pose, and we're no longer tucking under like we do in our cat. We want to be right in the middle at neutral. Neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Push into the palms, broaden the collarbones. Find that point of natural engagement where the low abs start to fire. And if we don't feel that engagement, if we don't feel activity or firing of the abs, come back to the tailbone. See if you can find that neutral point, because that's the point where all the layers of our core work more synergistically together. Now from that place, let's look over the right shoulder towards the right hip, creating a C shape with the spine. Exhale back through center. Look over your your left shoulder towards your left hip. Exhale back through center. And then we'll look once more over our right shoulder. Exhale through center. Tuck your toes and then extend your right foot out behind you. Extend your left arm in front of you. Continue finding that point of connection for the abs. Continue lengthening through the spine. So we have lots of engagement, pushing through the right hand to support you. And then with an exhale, release the left hand, cross the right foot over to your left side, tuck the toes, and then look over your shoulder towards your right heel. So looking over left shoulder to right heel, really exaggerating the C shape with the spine now. And then start to root through your left hand, pivot on your left knee so that we kickstand the foot out behind us as we float the right arm up towards the sky. So coming into a version of a modified side plank with the knee down. Allow the sides of the waist to be long, shoulders are stacked. And look up towards the lifted hand. And then as you exhale, follow the hand down. Wrap it underneath of you as if you can reach for the back of your shoulder. And then open all the way back up. We'll take a few rotations like that. Try to practice moving from the middle of your spine. We're practicing thoracic rotation. Inviting in spinal mobility. Continuing to breathe and connect with the body the best that you can. Last time, wrapping under, and then let's open all the way back up. Get really firm underneath of your right foot as you lift up onto your left knee. Reach your left arm back behind you, inviting a little bit of a back bend. And then lengthen up to neutral so that your hand, elbow, shoulder, hip, and knee are stacked one on top of the other. Take your right hand down your right leg and start to tip to the right in gate pose. Inhale up through center. Option to take a little counter reach to the opposite side. Inhale, pull yourself back up. And then we'll sweep that left arm back down towards the floor. Right arm stays lifted. Pivot on your left knee as you draw your right knee back down to the floor. Open the right side up again. So we're twisting again from the spine, opening the chest and the heart towards the side wall or towards the ceiling. And then exhale, let's wrap under, this time landing on the shoulder in thread the needle. Allow the cheek or the ear to come to the mat. We'll pause here for just a few gentle breaths. Option to keep the left fingertips on the mat where they are. Option to walk them out in front of you. Option if you'd like to open the chest and shoulder more to perhaps reach the arm back behind you for the right hip. Wherever you are, try to keep the hips stable and lifted. With an exhale, gently release the left hand back to the mat. Push into the palm as you press back up to tabletop. When you're ready, we'll repeat that on the second side. So take a moment here to find a strong, supported core. That means pushing into the palms, broaden the clavicle, extend the spine. Feel the abs fire. And then look over your left shoulder towards your left hip. Exhale back through center. With a breath in, look over the opposite shoulder towards the hip. Back through center. And let's look back over the left shoulder towards left hip one final time. Exhale through center. Now this time, left foot extends out behind you. Kick the heel towards the wall. And then extend your right arm out in front of you for bird dog. Pause, breathe. 1 or 2 breath cycles here. When you're ready with an exhale, release the hand, cross the foot. So we come to the ball of the foot, crossing it over to the opposite side, and then start to look over your right shoulder towards your left heel. Finding again that exaggerated C shape with the spine. When you're ready, we pivot on the bottom foot, kickstanding the right foot out behind us as we come onto the right hand. Left arm reaches up, coming into an expression of side plank. Stack the shoulders. Keep the sides at the waist long. And then when you're ready, we'll start to wrap under. So reaching the left hand, wrapping it underneath for the right shoulder. Inhale to open all the way up. Exhale to wrap. We'll do that a few more times, following your own breath. Inhale to reach. Exhale to wrap. Last time, wrapping under. Inhale, reach all the way up. Get really firm under your left foot, under your right knee. Maybe draw the knee a little bit closer to your right hand if needed for support. And then pull yourself up, coming into our gate pose. We'll first reach back behind us, inviting opening through the front of the body. And then inhale up through neutral, stacking wrist, elbow, shoulder, hip, knee. The left hand reaches down the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over as you tip to the left. Inhale, lift up, back up through center. We'll take a little counter reach to the opposite side. Use your breath to pull yourself back up. One more time, we'll reach to the left. Inhale up through center. And then release your right hand down. Pivot on your right knee as you come back down onto your left knee. Left arm opens up towards the sky, and we'll take thread the needle on the second side. The shoulder can come down towards the mat. The ear or the cheek can touch the floor. Allow the hips to stay lifted and even. And then find the expression that's calling to you. Option to keep the hand put, option to walk it out in front, option to perhaps loop it back behind you. Stay for one more breath. Exhale to unravel. If you have the hand behind you, release it to the floor, and then all together we'll push into the right hand, press back up into tabletop, bring the knees and the thighs together, and then sit back on the heels. Option to stay seated in this position or option to take another comfortable seated shape. And we'll pause for just a few moments here as we close our practice. Invite a calming, steady breath in. Feel welcome to close down the eyes for a few beats here. Feel welcome to place hands over the heart if that would serve you. Enjoy these last few moments connecting to your body. Feel your heart beat, feel your breath flow through your body. And know that you have everything you need already within you. When you're ready, open up the eyes, take the hands to heart center. Thank you so much for your practice. Keep practicing.